to Bitties, Season 16, Episode 5. Maddie, how say you?
Did you miss us?
It's been a little while, right?
Yes and no. You know, February, it's a short month. And also, it's Black History Month. And why do they make it the short month? I don't know.
Yeah, actually,
but here we go.
I heard something about that, and there was a real reason for it. But after they did it, they didn't realize, oh wait, there's only 28 days. But the plan had already gone through.
But that's okay because it's March, and it's Women's History Month.
Boom!
So, celebrate all the women's.
What was the name of that movie where all the black women got us to the outer space? Numbers?
I can't remember, but I know exactly what you're talking about, and I've seen it, and it's a really good movie, by the way. Have you seen it?
I have not, and
it's really good.
We've become cinephiles, where we basically knock out a movie a night on average.
Well, okay, so we put on a movie, we assess in the first, 20 minutes, if it's a go. If I fall asleep, I know it's a no.
Right.
So, yeah.
But the Oscars were tonight, and we didn't even watch them because, it's like a game show. I don't really need to see that. Also, I just want to see, live sports I want to watch in person. These kind of awards, I just want to see the next day who won. It's almost like watching or following sports in the 50s or 60s where you would just wake up and get the newspaper and look at the box score and see who had this many points and this many rebounds and who won. That's kind of what the Oscars are. Because I'm sure they're going to be like a few trending moments where it's like, oh my God, can you believe he or she or they said this? And
hey, look, last year was crazy. That's when Chris Rock got smacked.
I can't believe it's only been a year, and the day before the Oscars, Chris Rock live streams his newest stand-up special, which we will get to eventually.
And he talked about that smack heard around the world. Good for him. But yes, we have been watching a lot, not even like all of the Oscar-nominated movies, but just
catching up on
some stuff. You are in some sort of group that suggests movies.
Yeah, so A24 is a production company that puts out a lot of very Black Mirror-ish films. And even to keep it at just Black Mirror, it's more like it's I think they're the best production company out there right now, next to HBO. And so a lot of these movies have a lot of the same film techniques, a lot of the same actors and actresses, and a lot of the same quality. So I tend to try to check those out. And if you go to Rotten Tomatoes, which I know is not a fail-safe, it's not gospel, but usually if you check out the Rotten Tomatoes critic score and audience score, you can sort of figure out if it's going to be a good movie or not.
Right. Like, I feel like 8 out of 10 times.
It definitely. And last night was one of the 2 out of 10 times where we got burned.
Right.
And we won't even mention that movie's name.
But I do want to mention a movie that we did watch for shits, and then we actually like kind of liked it. You know what I'm talking about?
Face Off! Yes, dude.
Well, we had both seen this like a long time ago.
Yeah,
I mean, this came out when I was a kid, so.
Yeah, I was like probably 17 when I saw it, and then probably 29 when I saw it again. And both times, I thought it was like the most ridiculous shit I've ever seen. And then I watch it at 37, and I start tearing up.
Yeah, I didn't understand that.
Also, because my eyes were open for so long and they were getting dry, so my tear ducts just started naturally creating moisture. But
yeah, it was a surprise. It was okay. It's a corny movie. I'm not gonna lie.
oh yeah, all the people flying off, shooting in the air,
and flying. Yeah, okay, but I mean, the story was kind of interesting.
And now they have the kind of technology where that could actually be a thing.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, you're getting someone else's face. Interesting.
And body.
And I thought John Travolta was a good villain, I have to say.
Yeah, they both played great roles. And shame on me for considering Face Off a ridiculously bad movie that's also pretty good.
It's a cult classic. I feel like Nick Cage has a lot of those like cult classic type movies.
Yeah. So the Oscars are a big event. I had a show, which to me is a big event because it involves me lifting a lot of my equipment around and then playing to 30s of people.
There was a crowd. There was a crowd.
There was a good crowd?
There was a crowd. And everyone was enjoying it. And drinking.
And I thought we did pretty well. So
it was a great show.
Here's so many more. But we also went to a real event, which was sort of, a dress-up, formal event.
And, an award ceremony.
Open bar,
which, woo!
Yeah, I don't even think we took real advantage of. Like, if I was in my 20s, I would have, like, fallen into a table, with an open bar. But
we're classy adults.
When we're up in our 30s, it's like, just have a beer.
Yeah, I had some Prosecco.
There was some nice catering.
3-4 glasses. The food, I was impressed. I mean, it wasn't like
for you.
There was vegetarian options for me. I am veg for Lent and possibly the future. Who knows?
I call bullshit on that.
Hey, whatever. Whatever.
We're gonna pull into a Wendy's here pretty soon, and you're gonna be like, God damn it, give me those damn nuggets. Or a chicken sandwich.
Listen, let me get through Lent. I'll reevaluate afterwards. But honestly, I don't miss eating meat, and I'm okay with it.
Well, you've been finding good alternatives. I will give you that.
And I feel like it's like making me eat healthier, which is like making me feel good about my body and just like feel good in general. Like I don't feel like crap.
Yeah. Well, there are diets out there where you only eat meat and you can also feel fantastic.
It's not for me.
I understand.
Anyways, back to the open bar. It was amazing. Also, the award ceremony was amazing, and this was for your father.
Yeah, my dad got this
Random.
invitation to accept an award. And I say random because he didn't even know he was in the running for it. And he was selected. And it was like something outstanding. I mean, all these award shows, again, Oscars, da da da, it's all a jack off fest. But nevertheless, he got the award. The person presenting him the award gave a touching speech.
Very much.
I did cry. Not cry, but there were tears.
You shed a solitary tear?
I would say a solemn tear. But yes, he didn't know he had to give a speech. So he went up there and kind of filibustered, and it was very interesting.
Yes, and by that time I had finished my glass of Prosecco and wished I had a second glass with me.
Yeah. I mean, there were other people honored, and one of which was an actor who has been on a few crime shows like CSI or some shit.
Yeah.
But he was in acting school at UL and then moved to New York. And so we went up to him afterwards and said, hey, we lived in New York. Congratulations. And he was like, oh, where? And then we told him, and it turned out we basically lived in the same neighborhood.
Yep.
So that was pretty cool.
It's a small-ass world.
I mean, hello. Put me on CSI.
I could see you getting shot up or something. I don't know.
Being the suspect. We have to get this tall motherfucker off the streets.
No, you're like the suspect that they think, but it's not the real.
Yeah, then I end up giving up the info, and I'm like, it's Scrapey Johnny over there. That's who you want. Scrapey John?
Scrapey Johnny.
So yeah, good little time, but it's always nice to attend one of those, not necessarily black tie events, but everybody was pretty much dressed up. I even dressed up, but I wore a hat because
you gotta keep true to yourself.
Don't give a fuck. And also the Pacers were playing that night, so go Pacers. And yeah, good times. It's always nice to be catered. Like when people are walking around like, here, would you like another? Oh, here's this. Here's that.
Would you like a refill? Yeah.
Yeah.
I would.
And then for the last speech, after my dad's, because I was like, all right, that was a long-ass speech. I had to piss through the whole thing. And so once his speech ended, I clapped my ass off. I dried my tears. And then I dipped out.
Yeah.
And pissed.
And you know what else you did? I saw you schmoozing at the bar, laughing it up, while I'm in there. Mind you, we're in this like closed room with glass doors to the outside where the bar is. And I see you just while this other speech is happening. I'm like, you bitch. Also, where was my drink? Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Should have thought about that.
Nice.
But while I was walking back in, everybody was walking back out, so kind of wouldn't have made sense. But what I was saying to them was, God, that is boring as fuck. And they both laughed hysterically because I had broken down the, formality of the ceremony. Like, they're supposed to be all proper and blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, Jesus Christ, that is boring as fuck. Not my dad's speech, but, just the whole pomp and circumstance of the whole, here's an award, go put it on your mantle, or don't. Like, just like the Oscars. Like, it's one of those things where, you're being judged by various people on various, like, instances, and it's an inexact science. Like, even the NBA MVP or the NFL MVP, like, all that shit, it's getting voted on by sports writers who've never played the game. And it's just like, all right, cool, we're all here for free food and free drinks, and let's get this over with and have some fun.
Right.
So, but it was
nice. It wasn't too long. There was only 3 honorees.
Right.
So that was great.
All right, so moving into an entirely different field of reality or lack thereof, you watch a show on Bravo called The Vanderpump Rules.
Just Vanderpump Rules.
So Lisa Vanderpump, how is she famous?
She was on the Beverly Hills Housewives, and she owns multiple restaurants in L.A. And Las Vegas.
She's British, yes?
She is a Brit.
And so she's one of those that carries around a dog.
Yeah, she always has a dog with her. She's always wearing pink, pearls. Her hair is big.
And she's very posh.
She tries to be, yeah.
Right. But she created her own sideshow of a bunch of fuckboys and sluts.
Ladies.
Oh, sorry.
Excuse me. And ladies. I mean, if you're going to call someone a slut, you better call all of them a slut, all right?
Yeah, they're all sluts.
Just keep it real and keep it G.
Well,
here's it's Women's History Month, and these women on this show have some historical moments that will go down in history forever.
Yes, working at a millionaire's bar/restaurant.
Right. Okay, so basically this weekend was hyped up because some scandal came out regarding the show. And
all right, so break down for like the...
I'm not going to break it down too much because there's just a lot of detail. But basically, Sandoval was caught cheating with Raquel. Apparently they've been having an affair for like 7 months. And he's been with his lady, Ariana, for 9 years.
And this is
during taping. And he threw it away.
During taping?
No, this is after filming. The season has wrapped up already. But since this scandal has emerged in the last 2 days, the Bravo crew sent the cameras and the producers out to L.A. and said, we need to film this, and we're adding it to the current season that is airing right now. This is unheard of. This has never happened before.
Unprecedented.
It's amazing. And I'm excited. I cannot stop thinking about it, and I'm very glad that this scandal broke Friday, the day that nobody works at work, instead of Monday, because I would have not gotten any work done for at least 3 days, and I'm very happy about that. But it's just very scandalous. There's a lot of people involved. Raquel was engaged to Sandoval's friend, and she broke it off 2 years ago, and now they're having an affair. My word!
Well,
I'm sweating.
you get rich and famous, you get a little bite off the apple, and all of a sudden it all unravels on you, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Kind of like Aaron Rodgers. No.
Well, it's just funny. There's, a lot of people, blogs, TikToks, talking about what has been going on. People have a lot of opinions. You just need to remember that everybody on this show was an asshole at one point during the 10 seasons, and we can't forget that. We cannot forget that. It's hard to be like team so and so, team blah blah blah.
Yeah, they've all
because everyone
up.
has done something that is just like makes you give them the side eye. For me, I'm just enjoying the drama. I'm not really picking sides. I mean, it is kind of messed up to have an affair with somebody.
Kinda?
That apparently Raquel and Ariana were good friends, or Raquel considered Ariana a good friend, and vice versa. So for Raquel to have an affair with her best friend's man of 9 years, it's just wrong. It's wrong.
What would you consider that in women's terms? Let's say, what would be the word for that?
What do you mean?
Like shisty, or hoish, or
no, it's just fucked up.
Shady.
It's shady. It's definitely shady. Considering Raquel has been on press, the day before this news broke, she was on podcasts, she was on shows, saying that Ariana is such a good friend to her, and she's been there for her after her engagement breakup, and all this stuff. I mean, the lies. Woo! Karma, girl. Karma. And she totally broke girl code. For sure.
Okay. That's what I was looking for. Well, we love, right? And I think what we did today was create a power couple within our reptile community.
So, Jesse has created a second, I guess, ecosystem of some sorts.
Yes.
So we have our first one with Lil Jerry, our chameleon. He's a loner.
He prefers to be alone.
He's by himself.
He likes to be alone. He likes to come out and mingle, but ultimately, the books say they don't want to live with anyone else.
And that's okay. We're okay with that. Jerry's okay with that. He seems sort of
at peace.
Yes. Now there is a second tank. And we have Tommy Bahama, a Bahamian Anoli. And then we have Romeo.
Just a green tree frog.
And then you got some Snails.
Yep.
A lot of snails, to be honest.
Malaysian snails.
That were feasting on some zucchini.
Yep.
And then today, you were on a mission to get either an additional tree frog.
Yep.
Or another Bahamian anole.
Yes.
And I was against everything.
But you know what? They're $7. And I got a $2 discount because
you had points. You had points. Do you want to use your points today?
I have Petco points.
Yeah, it was like 13, and then it went down to 8.
Yeah.
And then you got 1 Bahamian anole, 10 crickets, and an iced tea.
Yeah. Yeah. So I win. And so you're not supposed to mix any sort of lizard with another male lizard because, hello, look at society. Men don't get along very well unless they've been friends since middle school or high school. But especially in the reptile world, it is a matter of control and territory. Like
right, it's just a constant battle, basically, or it would be.
But we happen to get a Bahama anole who is a female that we didn't know was a female. We were going to just take a leap of faith. And she's much bigger than Tommy Bahama. And
hence her name, Bahama Mama.
Yeah. And so when they were introduced to each other in said new tank, Tommy puffed out his little, I don't know if y'all have seen a lizard puff out his little
neck fan, whatever it's called.
It's like a neck fan, like, hey, I'm a bro.
I'm a man.
I'm a man. I'm a man. And
so Bahama Mama, she noticed this. And I was in the kitchen cooking, and you literally called me on my cell phone.
You used to call me on my cell phone.
And you were like, come here now. I was like, okay. And I get to the room, and I see Bahama Mama on her little branch, and our little Tommy Bahama, who is way smaller.
Looks like it could be her child.
Way smaller than Bahama Mama. And he's just like directly on top of her. Like mounting her. But like not really because he's so small.
Clutching her as if she was a branch. And she was fine with it. And then they broke off into different spots. And then they reconnected. Still with him on top. So, marriage material?
I think Tommy, Bahama, and Bahama Mama will get married before we do.
That is a fucking lie. I still haven't gotten my engagement ring.
Men don't get engagement rings.
Well, I would like everyone where I work to know that I'm spoken for.
They know. They know who I am. Bitch.
So, do we have too many pets?
Yeah.
Not one.
Yeah.
One more frog?
Yeah, what's one more?
I mean,
sure.
Look, if you're gonna buy the tank, here's my whole outlook. It's better than what they're living in at Petco or PetSmart. Not to out you guys, because I'm a frequent customer. Obviously, I got my $2 discount. Basically, that tea was free. And I put the time in to create these luxurious ecosystems for these animals that they otherwise would not have access to unless they were actually in the wild. So, if you're going to be a caged animal, it might as well be luxurious. And
Exactly.
if you, Maddie, can vouch for me, I've made these tanks very hospitable for said creatures.
Yeah.
Even the crickets are like, damn, this is fucking nice.
The crickets are cricketing, and
The earthworms.
even the fruit flies.
Yeah, the fruit
The
flies.
fruit flies were having a pool party.
Yep.
They weren't dead. They were just having a pool party.
Jacuzzi.
Koozie.
All right, so let's get to some news and get the fuck out of here. A company has raised millions to de-extinct both the dodo bird and the woolly mammoth and release them into the wild. Now, what could go wrong with that?
I mean, why? Is there a reason?
Here's a quote. A goal here is to create an animal that can be physically and physiologically well in the environment in which it lives. Says Ben Shapiro. What?
Boo!
Maybe
Boo! Fake news! Fake news!
Maybe it's a different Ben Shapiro. Oh, I'm sorry, Beth Shapiro.
Okay, sorry, Beth.
Beth Shapiro, Ben Shapiro's mom, lead paleontologist and the specific advisory board member of Colossal Biosciences. If we're going to bring back something that's functionally equivalent to a dodo, then we have to find, identify, or create habitats in which they're able to survive. So, it might not be bad if they find the right environment for them.
Right.
But also, why?
Just let nature, okay? It's gotta let it do its thing. I mean, the dinosaurs went extinct. Are we trying to bring the dinosaurs back? Are we trying to do that? I don't think so. So let nature.
Yeah, I'm very skeptical. There has to be some sort of a plan. Like, oh well, we got the woolly mammoths, and now they're spreading disease and
Killing people and other animals.
Speaking of, China has reported a human case of the H5N1 bird flu. So that's another pandemic upcoming.
Watch out. I have some news. Jesse.
Maddie.
What would you do if we were a long distance couple?
How long distance?
So long that we couldn't drive to each other. Would you miss giving me a kiss?
Absolutely. I would miss a lot of things.
Well, now you can do that. There's a kissing device that lets you smooch over the internet. But you can't really tongue kiss, so. This device is equipped with the pressure sensors, and it can mimic a real kiss with movement and temperature of a user's lips.
What the fuck?
The device advertised as a way to let long-distance couples share real physical intimacy. Along with the kissing motion, it can also transmit the sound the user makes. Gross.
Is that what I sound like when I kiss you?
No.
Okay.
But yeah, the future is kissing.
It's coming. Everything's about to fall apart. The apocalypse will not happen because it's already happening. A man has his penis chopped off by mistake after doctors wrongfully diagnosed him. So the procedure took place after the urologist incorrectly diagnosed the patient with a cancerous tumor 1 month before the amputation happened. The surgeon will now be investigated by the country's top health officials. Was this man who had his penis cut off having sex with the wife of said doctor? Yes or yes?
I mean, what else would be the reason?
What was the motive here? Blind negligence or dun dun dun?
So this is a weird ass story. A former fuel and waste. Former Office of Nuclear Energy. I guess servant or a deputy assistant secretary or something like that for the White House. Excuse me.
Could have just said some bitch working at the White House.
Well, this is a guy. His name is Sam Brinton.
Yeah, you could still say some bitch working at the White House.
He's a nuclear engineer and a LGBTQ activist. Apparently, he likes to steal people's luggages from airports. And he was finally caught because of a viral tweet that went out from one of the women whose luggage was stolen. Now, she is a fashion designer, so she had some fashions in there. And this guy stole her luggage and then was wearing her fashions out to events and red carpets and Starbucks. And have you heard of this guy before? Look at this guy.
Yeah, so this is the trans who wears very loud lipstick, bald.
It's not a he. They're just non-binary.
It's just a they. And theys can be pretty tricky. So wait, is that the person that stole the...
Yes, that is the guy that stole the luggages.
Oh, that's a tough look for the they community.
And he's been wearing this
They've been
wearing this woman's fashions out and about, and she called him out on Twitter because she was like, "Yo, like you're outright just stole my shit, and now you're out and about.
Yep, that's pretty bold. I, you know, I don't like to cast disparaging remarks on anyone. But fuck you, bro. Fuck you, they. In better news, I just found this out today. Or actually yesterday at 1:14 p.m. while I was working. Keanu Reeves. All right, we know him from Bill and Ted. And what else did he do? John Wick?
The Matrix.
Oh yeah. That was, fun facts. He was abandoned by his father at 3 years old. His dreams of being a hockey player were shattered by a serious accident. His daughter died at birth. His partner died in a car accident. And his best friend, River Phoenix, died of an overdose. His sister battled leukemia at the height of his career, for which he suspended filming The Matrix to take care of her and donated millions of dollars to help centers. While filming The Lake House, probably a terrible movie, he overheard a conversation of two costume assistants, one crying as he would lose his house if he did not pay $20,000. On that same day, Keanu Reeves deposited the amount in his bank account. Throughout his career, he has donated over $75 million of his earnings from The Matrix to charities. He also gave the entire stunt team of The Matrix Harley Davidson motorcycles so they too could enjoy a demon ride.
He is one of the most genuine actors. And this is what we say all the time. Like, you are so rich. Like, what are you going to do with that money? You donate it to charities. You help people. What, are you going to take the money to your grave? No.
What, give it to your dead daughter? No.
I mean, I'm sure he has family.
Here's my thing. There's no God because I would be the most charitable billionaire ever. And where's my billions? Where's my billions? I'd be so much better than Bezos and Musk. I'd be so much charitable.
Okay, Trump.
Listen, these guys are losers. Give me your money.
Did you hear that Trump came out with a song?
I forgot we were supposed to play our walk-in music, but if you can find that Trump song...
Oh, no, I'm not. I'm not going to find it. So basically, it's a song where, I don't know, he's talking or reciting the pledge or something like that. And then there's like a chorus of people also reciting the pledge of allegiance or something like that. And guess what? All the people, the chorus, are all January 6ers that have been arrested or in jail, and they sang or recited the pledge from prison over the phone, and it was recorded and put into this song, which the song, if I was a Christian Trump supporter, I would say this is a devil song.
Oh, I was about to say, I thought you were going to say, If I was a Christian Trump supporter, I would think this was a banger.
I'm sure they do, but because they're so blindly devoted to this man. But the sound is eerie. It's kind of creepy. It's not Christian-like.
Right. There's a... So I work at a bar, and there's a guy that comes in from time to time, and he's like a fucking celebrity because he was there on January 6th. But also, he's facing charges. And
He really is?
Yes.
Woo!
And but he's still there at the bar, and he's talking about what happened, and he's like, I did what was good for my country, and whatever they...
Really? And then what happened?
Right.
Like, did anything happen from that? Did you really do something good? Because you're here at a bar at 10 a.m.
Yeah, exactly. That's the whole point. It's like,
yeah,
it's 10:30, and you want a Miller High Life. Okay. So this is what you're fighting for. Okay, cool. Well, you can still have that with Biden.
Which you are still having that with Biden. So, what the hell?
Yeah. But, good times. And, he's a Lafayette celebrity. A 31-year-old woman who admitted to having sex with a 13-year-old boy. Nice. And then became pregnant with his child. Will not face any jail time under a plea deal with prosecutors.
This country sucks.
Like, what the fuck?
Was this Florida? Please.
I
don't think
Colorado
so.
Springs,
Oh.
Colorado. Yeah. So, I guess
the Florida mountains.
There must have been some sort of payout or deal done.
Yeah, she blew somebody.
Well, that's going down a dark path. But I'm sure it's not past her.
I'm sure she just suggested that first, and they were like, no, okay, no.
Blow me.
No, we cannot do that. Let's wait till after the trial.
I mean, just the fact that it's 31 and 13, the
also,
numerology.
Where are the parents? What are the parents saying? If I was that parent, I would have beat the crap out of her.
Yeah.
Yes?
The parents said something along the lines of, he's been robbed of his childhood, he's never going to have a normal life,
Anyone who's taken early psychology or early childhood psychology class would know that. Idiots.
But still, much better than a 31-year-old male having sex with a 13-year-old girl. Yes? Or the exact same? You tell me. Is it the exact same?
It's bad overall, and that really hits home to me because I lived through a situation like that. I worked at a school where there was a situation like that, and it was awful. So
but which is worse?
They're both terrible.
Gun to your head, which one do you choose?
Oh, I'm not choosing.
Because
absolutely not.
We watched an M. Night Shyamalan movie, and you had to make a choice, or else humanity is gonna fucking die.
And they did not make any choices. So I'm not making a choice. Let humanity burn.
Wow.
Because they're both bad. No one should do that. Doesn't matter. Oh, it's a male kid, he'll have a better chance at living a no. We don't know that, and that's not true. People, take some psychology classes, please.
Hey,
read a book.
Stop fucking kids. How about that? How about we... Hey, just got this idea in my head. Wait, Wait, hold on. Oh! Stop fucking kids. Stop fucking kids. How about that? How about that one, though? Can we do that, or is it out of the realm of possibility? So weird. A DoorDash driver refused to hand over the food after the patron only gave her an $8 tip, which I feel that's a pretty decent tip. However, if you look into the story, it was considered a measly tip when she drove 12 and a half miles to deliver the food. Now,
okay, she had a choice. She had a choice to make.
And when you're a DoorDash person, because I deal with them often, working at a bar / wannabe restaurant, people show up and they're waiting to get the food that by the time it gets to the person will taste terrible. And I understand the vitriol this woman had for driving 12 miles, but also maybe don't take that one, because as a DoorDasher, I'm pretty sure you get to pick and choose.
That's what I'm saying.
Just like Uber drivers, they're like, I'm not driving 12 miles.
You can, I think you have the choice to yes or no. I mean, look, this is the name of the game.
Yeah, because sometimes you'll drive 1 mile and get a $6 tip.
Right.
You know? But maybe she just felt in a weird way that day.
Also, just don't take other people's food hostage.
Yeah.
It's not okay.
I used to...
Especially someone who's hangry.
Oh, yeah. No, you don't want to...
I would have been throwing hands or my chancleta.
Give me my goddamn shrimp. So in Tennessee, this is going viral because there was a photo posted of a little girl. I don't know, how old do you think she looks? Maybe like
3
4 to 5 years old. She is posing with a bunch of Hooters waitresses, and this is in Tennessee. But a man wearing a dress in a public space where children may be present is actually a felony in Tennessee because it's grooming and sexualizing minors.
Yes, this is a bill that has been passed in Tennessee, and Tennessee's stupid. I mean, I don't know what else to say about Tennessee. Tennessee is dumb. They are stupid. And I think it's really says more about these politicians that propose these bills, talking about how drag shows and drag queen reading
it's
books
dangerous. It's dangerous to our youth.
Is sexualizing or I don't know. I don't know what their reasoning is, really. But I think it's these politicians that are sexualizing these activities, and they're not they're not sexual at all. Like a drag queen show is like the opposite of anything sexual.
Also,
it's just like karaoke, basically.
It was a man dressed as a woman who was reading a book to a bunch of children. It wasn't like he was fucking dick dancing all over the school library and putting on a drag show. He was just dressed as an old, like, motherly looking woman wearing lipstick and a wig. I don't know.
It's why I will never go to Tennessee. And didn't I heavily avoid driving through Tennessee when we were driving from New York to Louisiana? I did.
Oh yeah, no, we
went all the way down to Florida, and then a sharp
on I-10.
Yes, right to Louisiana. We could have went through Tennessee and Kentucky. It would have been a couple hours less. I avoided that shit because I don't fuck with Tennessee or Kentucky.
Or Alabama. Or Mississippi.
Well, we did have to go through Alabama, I think, a little bit.
Yeah, but the whole point is there's a pocket of states. And again, no state is perfect. You know, to condemn an entire state, Maddie, is a little irresponsible. All right? Nashville is in Tennessee. And Nashville...
I don't care about Nashville. Not one bit.
Okay, but Nashville does have some qualities to it. I've heard it's a fantastic place.
All right, go there alone.
But here's the thing. There are certain states that are like brimming with racism and ignorance more than others. Like if it was a fish tank and there was a water level of racism and ignorance, some would be higher than others. Yes?
Right.
So, yes, some of these states are definitely, when you do the quid pro quo of analysis and, you know, just the politics alone, you can definitely condemn a state.
It's just the priorities are so skewed, and why do you care about drag queens? I mean, we know why you care about them, because
secretly you're into them.
Secretly you like it.
Yeah.
But what about, if you care about kids so much, what about laws protecting kids from getting shot up at schools? Where are those laws? No? You bitch.
Yeah. So, but you know, go Tennessee. I hope y'all do well in the March Madness there. A woman addicted to eating toilet paper eats 75 sheets a day and says it's like crack.
Yeah, because there's chemicals in toilet paper.
So we just watched the newest episode of South Park, and it revolved heavily around the toilet paper industry.
Yes, it did.
So go watch that episode. It's hilarious. But, I mean, what is like the weirdest thing that you do where you could say, like, where you could be on a TV show and be like, da 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 da, I'm addicted to this.
Right. They used to have that show.
Yeah, it was
back in the
like
day.
people would eat like the foam out of their couch.
Right.
Or
What's the weirdest thing you've eaten?
um
Like as a kid, because that's what kids do.
definitely Play-Doh.
Ew.
Yeah.
Is that bitter?
No, it was very salty, and hello, I put salt on watermelon, so that's just my thing. But I couldn't imagine eating something that's non-edible. Like,
As an adult.
as an adult, well, do you count 21 or 22 as an adult?
Well, you ate Play-Doh at 21?
No, no, no. I mean, one time I was at like some stupid frat party that I shouldn't have even been at, but we were cool enough to like sneak in and everyone vibed with us. And there was like a bunch of hot dogs on the grill, and I just grabbed some random plant from a garden and put it as my lettuce for my glizzy, my hot dog. And I just ate it. And everybody looked at me like I was crazy and also brilliant and also I don't know what else they thought. But that's about the most random thing I've eaten. But it wasn't an addiction. It's not like I went back to that plant and I was like, I gotta have more of this plant.
Weirdo.
Hey, I was drunk and it was a party moment and we've all been there, all right?
Weird.
Here's weird. A woman was arrested for teaching squirrels to attack her ex-boyfriend.
I think we talked about this
Did
on
we already?
the last episode, yes. I think so.
She had 12 cages with 27 squirrels. And
Do we not?
she had photos of her ex-boyfriend and
Right, like her ex-boyfriend like found out that it was her that was training these squirrels to attack because when he would be attacked, she would be watching and laughing while he was getting attacked.
well,
Brilliant. Because I'm still trying to train these cats.
yeah, to not throw up on my expensive equipment. Another DoorDash story. A woman was arrested and booked on a reportedly $18 million bond for allegedly using her aunt's debit card on DoorDash orders. Malia Morris is being accused of using her 73-year-old aunt's card to spend $12,000 through DoorDash on multiple orders from November 2022 to January 2023. Morris made 136 unauthorized purchases from retail stores that included Big Lots, PetSmart, Walgreens, Dollar General, and several fast food restaurants. She was arrested in Tangapaloa Parish, Louisiana.
I mean, that's stupid. That's your family. Just be like, bitch, pay me back. What the hell? Or I'm stealing your cat or your dog until you pay me back. It's only $1,000. It's not like it was like 5 G's.
It was 12,000, and now she's being.
Oh, 12,000.
It was 12,000 that she spent, but she's being booked on $18 million bond.
Okay, that's excessive. But
yeah, that's a lot.
that bitch is not coming out at all. And where is this parish?
Tangapaloa. I have no idea.
Tangipoa?
Tangapaloa.
There's an L in there?
Yeah. Tangapaloa. Tangapaloa?
You don't know your Louisiana geography? Like, This is where our country is failing.
You know what? I did in 8th grade when Mr. Hall drilled us and made us fill in. He gave us a map of Louisiana, and there were all these whole, like, all the parishes were empty, and you had to fill in every parish. And at that time, I knew it because you know why? It was important that I got a good grade. Now, I couldn't tell you where Thibodeau is. I couldn't tell you.
That's so crazy to me.
Is Karen Crow north or south of here? Gun to my head. Don't know. Don't care. Fuck this place.
I know where most places are in New York. Like, I could tell you, oh, yeah, that's upstate, past Poughkeepsie. Oh, right before Poughkeepsie, blah, blah, blah. Oh, that's close to Canada. Even when I was in college, I think I had to take a, it's coming back to me right now, like a wave. I had to take a class about Connecticut geography, which is stupid. And,
it's a small state.
a tiny state.
You better get those questions right.
But when you said they gave you a map and you had to fill it out, like, we had that same thing.
But it was like, what do they call it? Provinces? It's not parishes. It's
No, it's towns.
No,
cities.
No, it's, we call it parishes. Y'all call it Lafayette, or Louisiana is the only
counties.
Counties, that's what it is.
Yeah. Counties. Yeah. Louisiana, you backwards bitches.
This backward bitch, the guy that created the Dilbert cartoon. Now, have you ever indulged in Dilbert, the cartoon?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
I mean, as a kid, loved the comic section of the newspaper. But Dilbert, no. Did he have a dog? I don't even know.
No, I don't. Maybe. I don't know. The last comic strip I cared about was Calvin and Hobbes. Because that was a philosophical, it was like you were getting a joke and some sort of life lesson mixed in with it. Dilbert would just go into his office and realize he's,
basic.
He's like a basic cog in the system and make vague jokes about it. Real baseline bullshit. So Dilbert, creator, I won't even say his name, but he came out and said some real racist shit, talking about how blacks hate white people, and my advice is to stay the fuck away from them.
Yep. And then he also said, that's what I did.
Yeah. So he got canceled.
You're canceled. Now, this is a perfect example of canceling someone. Absolutely, yes.
I agree with this because I'm not with cancel culture unless it's fucking, like, on the nose. Like, I don't want to hear some bullshit like, oh, Ben Stiller's canceled because he stands by Tropic Thunder and he thinks it was a funny movie.
Also, a lot of, not to get off the topic of Dilbert, but a lot of black people stand by Robert Downey Jr.'s role. And I can't speak for everybody, but I thought that was a funny role. My mom thought it was funny.
Yeah, it was
It was satire.
Exactly. And that's why there are no funny movies being made. Like, it either has to be a fucking horrible drama in which, like, there's, like, tragedy that makes you tear up, or it has to be, like, an action thriller.
Right.
There can't be any room for, dick jokes or comedy. Like, none of that. It's all too careful. We can't offend anybody. We watched Anchorman. We rewatched Anchorman, and there were jokes in there that you could never make.
Oh yeah,
today.
Never. Oh my god.
But it was a fucking funny movie.
That's the thing. Like, it's like, yes, this was a long time ago. And this was a totally different time. And yeah, it should be acknowledged, but like to go as far as to cancel, blah, 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 it's like, no. Why are we going back at this moment? Let's just move forward. We're learning and we're in a totally different era. Like, let's get pissed off at people that say dumb shit like Dilbert
like
guy.
In real life. Not
in real
in
time.
Movies. Yeah.
In real time, in real life. Like Dilbert bitch. Whatever his name is, I don't know. Yeah. We decided not to say his name.
We're not going to say his name. We don't fact check. Finishing up here on a high note. Heinz ketchup. Have you heard of them?
Yeah, I keep it at my bedside at all times.
I have seen. Heinz is arranging to provide a new boat to Elvis Francois. Who is Elvis Francois? He is a man who survived being lost at sea for nearly a month, surviving only on ketchup. Francois had abandoned his old boat when he was rescued, and the campaign titled Find the Ketchup Boat Guy, hashtag, quickly went viral with nearly 5 million users reached. Heinz and Francois are working out the details of getting him a new boat. So good for Heinz.
And good for that guy.
Yeah, dude. You're
just get off the boat.
You're good.
Get off the boat.
Eat some ketchup for a month and get a new boat. And that's what I say to all our listeners. Get a new boat. Go buy a yacht.
Bless you, Bitty.
Bless